What's up, y'all? It's me coming at you with a video on divination and psychic readings. So, I'm gonna start right into it. Um, I definitely do psychic readings. I do a lot of divinations, but my favorite one is working with cards. And as you can see, these are not um, tarot cards as you're used to seeing. They are regular playing cards. And the reason why I use these is because they're actually, for me, a little bit more accurate when I do my readings. And if you look into tarot, you'll know that tarot is a form of what they call cartomancy, and that's what I practice. And cartomancy or cartomancy is a form of using divination, fortune telling, whatever you want to call it, with playing cards. It goes back to the 14th century, if not further. And tarot comes out of this. So when playing cards came out, people were using these not just for playing games, but they were using it to tell fortunes. And usually they would actually call it back then the Wheel of Fortune. So that's where you get the game, the Wheel of Fortune, from. That's where it comes from, telling fortunes with regular playing cards. So the other reason why I like to use them is because a lot of people are scared of psychic readings, especially like when they see the tarot. A lot of people are intimidated by it who are not like used to dealing with that kind of science, and a lot of people who are like, I would say, religious and things like that, they see tarot and they get scared. And I like to use regular playing cards because not only is it more accurate for me, but people tend to be more accepting of getting their fortune told with playing cards because everybody uses them. I mean, it's so common. Like, who doesn't have a pack of playing cards in their house? So it's just more friendlier. It's not as intimidating, and it's actually more accurate. So this is why I like to use them. And just to tell you a little bit about how the science to it works, I'm really aiming this video, and this is nothing against any of my beautiful women out there, but I'm aiming this video mostly from all of my brothers out here across the world, because men tend to be a little less believing, a little bit more skeptical about divination and psychic readings and things like that. And I think if once you pull out these regular playing cards, it's a little bit more a connection with them, because every guy I know plays cards. You know, who doesn't play 21 blackjack or like Rummy 500? So that's something I know guys do. You know, guys love cards. I have brothers, they play cards every time they're together. So I just feel like it's an easy way in, and I think that men need to be a little bit more accepting. I think it will help everyone on the planet in general. You know what I mean? Because everybody needs to have open access to the unseen world, and that's what a psychic reading is. There's nothing scary about it. You know, these are things that the Most High, God, whatever you want to call him, has put here for us to be able to connect to him on a higher level and see things that we can't see. These are one of the ways that we can do it. So to give you the science on it, and the reason why I think it's so effective, boom, you have the regular playing cards. Everybody knows there's 52 cards in a deck. So that correlates with the 52 weeks that we have in a year. And then we have 4 suits in each deck, as we have 4 seasons in every year. And then in each of those suits, we have 13 cards from ace to king. And just like the 13 suits in each of the, the 13 cards in each of the suits, we have 13 weeks in each season. So as you can see, this is made. This is not made to just play games. You know, that is like the overplay for the underlay. Like, that's the, that's just something on the side. This is really what they were made for, so to speak. You know what I mean? Games are for kids, and then you get into higher level stuff when you deal with it on that level. So as you can see, this is the reason why I like to use them. this in correlation with tarot. Tarot is just another way that they lay the cards out. They can be prettier. There's all different kinds of tarot, but it's less, I guess, mathematical looking, and it's more like pretty with pictures and cups and swords and wands and all this stuff. And I think it can be very appealing to, I think, the feminine side. Honestly, that's just my opinion, guys. And when you look at the cards, it's like straight up numbers. It's not a whole lot. It's black and white, and that's another thing. Like the black and red is to represent the duality in the world, because we have male, female, up, down, left, right, black and red in the cards. Also, the other thing that it correlates with, like real life and the cards, everything represents somebody in the world. You have the king and then the jack, so you have the older man and the younger man. You have the queen, who is the older woman, and then of course you would say, well, who's the younger woman? Well, at one point, there was a lady of the deck, and she got replaced with the 10. So if you would think that the 10 is really not a number, when you think of numbers, you have 0 to 9, and everything else is just a combination of that. So the 10 card really originally would represent the younger woman. Also, you got all the numbers. You have ace, which represents the 1, and then up till 9 in the playing deck. And each of those numbers represent different things. Knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Everybody knows that's 1 to 3. If you're doing any type of numerology, and a lot of my numerology that I base off of when I do my readings is in correlation with supreme mathematics. So if you know anything about numerology and supreme mathematics, you will understand it. It all coincides. So I just want to do this quick video to give a nice little easy scientific explanation on psychic reading or divination through playing cards, aka cardomancy. And if you want to see more videos like this, me explaining it, you can come check out my channel anytime. And I will be putting out videos very soon doing some readings according to the signs, the astrological signs. So I hope to see you guys soon. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.